Hello, hello. I don't think anyone can hear me before, so let me see if I can change the name. Doing the Survivor 50 challenge. All right, that everyone in this. All right, I'm gonna need to fix some stuff real quick. Hang on. You're gonna need to make sure that that the live chat will. I don't know if the live chat will be available. Where is it? Let's see. Uh-huh. Let's see here. Okay, can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? All right. I actually am not sure. Let me pull this off. God damn it. I need to click the link. All right. Here we go. All right, there we go. This is great. People can hear me. Um here. Okay, I'm gonna need to lower my volume for now. And let's see if anybody else is willing to join. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, let's see. All right. I apologize. There's going to be some technical difficulties here and there, but it needs to be done. But it is what it is. Let's see if I can find the let's see. Okay, stream is healthy. That's good. Let's see here. There's a dual stream feature. That's nice. But yeah, let's see here. Unless live replay once stream ends. Okay. And with that being said, let's get started. All right, let's get going. Hey, what's going on, everyone? James Nine Numbers here, and today I'm actually going to be doing this live stream because Survivor has opened up a Survivor 50 challenge in order to celebrate the 50th season of Survivor. And apparently, this challenge is basically for the fans to where like they have to like go where Survivor has hidden immunity idols across all the 50 states, and you basically have to apparently you have to like compete in order to like win a spot to the live reunion show that's going to be happening for Survivor 50. And I apologize if I'm not really explaining the rules well. There is a rules and regulations um, tab right here. If you guys can see my screen below, yeah, you can all check it out for yourselves to see how that works. So with that being said, let's go over the how to play button for the Survivor 50 challenge. How to play. Ready? Oh, whoops. Ready to join the search? Follow these simple steps to find an immunity idol and enter for your chance to win a trip to the Survivor Season 50 live finale. 1. Register for notifications. Sign up to get updates when new clues drop in your state. 2. Explore the map. Track the search across all 50 states. And yep, this is just an example. Hey, are you gotta be kidding me? 3. Solve the clue. Solve the riddle to reveal the idol's location. Number 4. God damn it, stop. 4. Arrive at the location. Go to the designated spot at the stated date and time. So yeah, in this stream, I'm basically going to be helping everyone trying to look for these locations that are scattered across the country, and yeah, this is going to be exciting. 5. Oh, come on. 5. Find the idol. Follow the next set of clues at the location to uncover the hidden immunity idol. Okay, that's awesome. 6. Scan, snap, and submit. Once you find the idol, scan the QR code, take a photo holding it, and complete your submission to be entered into the grand prize sweepstakes. So, yeah, that's basically the rules. And let me check the stream real quick. I want to see if it's still going good. Um, I actually don't know if the stream's still going good. Hang on. I'm gonna need to pull. Yeah, really, I should not have exited that out, shouldn't I? Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, let me pull up live. No one's watching it right now but me. So yeah, okay, people can still hear me. That's good. So yeah, with that being said, we've read the rules. Before we start the challenge, I say, let's go over the cast of Survivor 50. Now, as you all probably know, because Survivor did not do a good job of not spoiling it, the two players that are going to be returning from Survivor 49 that are going to be on Survivor 50 are Savannah and Louie, who is the winner of Survivor 49, and Rizzo, aka Riz God. So yeah, apparently there's also like a Castaways tab for all 24 contestants. So this is gonna be really exciting. And I guess before we start, I say let's read the bios of the Castaways just to see what's up. First is Angelina Keeley, and oh yeah, you see like the colors that are being highlighted. It shows like their positions, like what they did in their seasons. If in case it's like anything important that we need to know, and you got the idea. First up is Angelina Keeley from San Diego, California. The tenacious Angelina proved that she is not afraid to ask for what she wants. After a tribe swap, she played a major role in an immunity win, though a subsequent loss for the group would lead to Angelina's most iconic moment, asking for Natalie to give her the jacket off her back right on the heels of being voted out. Unfortunately for Angelina, this request was denied, and on top of that, she now found herself in a more precarious position of the game. In another historic moment, Angelina made a series-changing move when she bartered with Jeff Probst for more rights at an immunity challenge, setting the stage for more negotiations in subsequent seasons. Now returning to Survivor 50, will Angelina finally get her jacket? We'll see. Next is Aubrey Bracco from Survivor, Kaôh Rōng, Game Changers, and Edge of Extinction. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what season Angelina Keeley was on, she was on a Survivor David versus Goliath. She was the runner-up of Survivor Kaôh Rōng. Anyways, let's get reading. Things didn't start out great for Aubrey in Kaôh Rōng, and she considered quitting the game early on. But she went on to make an incredible comeback from that self-doubt, helping secure immunity wins for her quote-unquote Brains tribe, and forming an alliance that would prove pivotal at points. Hang on, let me get a drink real quick. Aubrey had her fair share of obstacles and highs and lows, yet managed to endure to make it to the final three, where she ultimately came in second place. On Survivor Game Changers, Aubrey worked to stay under the radar and ended the season in 5th place. And on Edge of Extinction, she was targeted from the start and was voted out shortly after a tribe swap. Now, what does the Master Strategist have in store for her 4th game? Find out as Aubrey returns to Survivor 50. Alright, next up is Benjamin Coach Wade from Survivor Tocantins, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, and Survivor South Pacific, where he's actually the runner-up of Survivor South Pacific from Susanville, California. The self-proclaimed Dragon Slayer coach certainly made a big impression from the moment he debuted on Survivor Tocantins. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed to check on something real quick. Coach's quirks and larger-than-life stories made him an unlikely assassin, but he surprised some by forming multiple key alliances and making it to the final 5. Placed on the villains tribe in Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, Coach's eccentricities made him a polarizing figure, but his partnership with Jerry benefited him in multiple tribal councils. In the end, his unpredictable nature ruffled feathers led to an early exit in the game. Coach played his best game yet in Survivor South Pacific, this time making it to the final 3. Now, can this dark horse take the lessons he's learned and his much improved gameplay all the way to the end in Survivor 50? We'll see. Next is Charlie Davis, who is the runner-up of Survivor 46. As Jeff put it so aptly, Season 46 proved itself to be a cruel summer for Swiftie and Massachusetts native Charlie Davis. His partnership with Maria helped to control the Siga tribe and facilitate multiple blindsides within the Nui Nui tribe. Together, the duo orchestrated 3 eliminations in a row, each with its ousted castaway leaving with a hidden immunity idol. Once he made it to the final 6, Charlie stopped aligning with Maria, believing their gameplay was too similar. He made it to the final 3, but was unable to convince the jury that he should be named sole survivor. Now that Charlie's returning for Survivor 50, Jeff Probst asks, can he shake it off before in the hands of the fans? We'll see. Next is Chrissy Hoffbeck, who is the runner-up of Survivor Heroes vs. Healers vs. Hustlers. Placed on the Heroes Tribe in Season 35, Chrissy played a tough and fluid game, forging strong relationships early on and fighting to stay on the island. Doing her best to not overplay her hand, she decided to not use the super idol gifted to her by Ryan at the first tribal council. Notably, she planned to use the expired super idol as a decoy, but her plan was foiled when Ben found the real idol. Damn, that sucks. Chrissy's impressive strength in challenges led her to tie the women's record for the most individual immunity wins in a season. In the end, she came second, with many fans hoping she'd get the chance to play again. Now, after nearly a decade away, Chrissy finally gets her second chance in Survivor 50. Alright, let's go. Next is Christian Hubicki from David vs. Goliath from Tallahassee, Florida. Robotics professor Christian may have initially appeared unassuming, but quickly proved to be a dominant force in the season with shockingly quick puzzle-solving abilities and an innately likable nature. Christian's smarts increasingly made him a major threat to win the game, and his eyes began to turn against him. Worried about taking him to the end, he saved himself when Gabby attempted to get him voted out by playing his hidden immunity idol. But in the end, the numbers simply weren't on his side. Incredibly savvy and thoughtful, Christian has had a few years to analyze how he might go further in Survivor 50. Well, we'll see what happens. Alright, next up. Oh wait, sorry, wrong tab, my bad. Cirie Fields from Jersey City, New Jersey, who played in Survivor Exile Island, Survivor Micronesia, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, and Survivor Game Changers. Hang on, let me get a drink real quick. Sorry about that. There we go. Hailed by many as one of the very best players to not win Survivor, Cirie has continually impressed with her incredibly shrewd and clever gameplay. Her legend status was cemented on her second appearance on Survivor Micronesia Fans vs. Favorites. As part of the Black Widow Brigade, it was Cirie who came up with the plan to convince Eric Reichenbach to give up the immunity necklace he just won following his immediate exit. In Heroes vs. Villains, she was voted out by her fellow heroes who were wary of her strategy, but on Game Changers, she managed to dodge and weave through the early hostilities and grudges, frequently managing to get players back on her side. Now returning to the game for a record 5th time, could the beloved Cirie finally have her moment as sole survivor? I hope so. I think she has a really good shot. Next is Colby Donaldson, who is the runner-up of Survivor Australia Outback, who also ended up playing Survivor All-Stars and Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. Returning to the game 16 years after he last played, Colby's legendary original performance still looms large in the game's history. Colby proved himself to be one of Survivor's first true challenge beasts in his Season 2 debut. Post-merge, he was always the one to beat, ultimately winning a highly impressive 8 individual reward or immunity challenges, including the final 4 individual challenges in a row. Perhaps most notably, in just the show's second season, Colby's 5 individual immunity wins in a single season set a record that has been tied but never surpassed in the show's 24 years. Really? Ooh, that's pretty impressive. Colby returned in Survivor All-Stars and Heroes vs. Villains, but has yet to win the title of sole survivor. Can he outlast everyone this time in Survivor 50? We'll see. Next is Dee Valladares, who from Miami, Florida, who is the winner of Survivor 45. Cuban immigrant and self-described hustler, Dee was the driving force behind the Reba 4 alliance. Her control of the group continued to see her through the end, along with her somewhat conservative but strong and strategic gameplay. In addition to being an incredible relationship builder, I heard she's a homewrecker now, but I digress, and careful thinker, her physical prowess also won the respect of her jurors, making her sole survivor over Jake and her connection, Austin. As Jeff describes her, Season 45 winner Dee is one of the most overall dominating players of the new era, and likely a castaway to watch in Survivor 50, as she competes against other returning icons, tracing all the way back to Season 1. He's referring to Jana, but I digress. Next is Emily Flippen from Laurelland from Season 5. In her season 45 introduction, Emily expressed that her experience as an investment analyst allowed her to separate emotions from goals. Self-described as outspoken and irritated by people who think they're better than her, Emily may have initially come across to castaways as a little harsh and prickly. With some help from her ally, Caleb, she fixed her image and was able to find a spot in the Reba 4. She fixed her image and was able to find a spot in the Reba 4. As Jeff puts it, Emily went from being abrasive to being embraced by Trump mates and fans. Will season 50 earn her even more love from Survivor Nation and perhaps more importantly, the castaways, or will her direct nature get her in some hot water all over again? Next is Genevieve Michalek from Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is in Canada, from Survivor 47. Corporate lawyer Genevieve's love for problem solving and passion for people was her winning combo. Early in Survivor 47, she solidified herself as a player to watch when she established a truce between Rome and Soul and subsequently blindsided Kishan. As Jeff says, she started playing the game with no emotion, then realized emotion was key to her game. Eventually, the castaways began to see Genevieve as a deceitful player, and the target was on her back, especially with her Lavo tribe mate Teeny. Her immunity win kept her in the final 6, but when she lost immunity in the final 5 to Rachel, Genevieve was voted out on day 24. In Survivor 50, will this self-described terrible liar come back with a similar game, or will she emerge with an unexpected strategy? We'll see. Next is Jenna Lewis Doherty from Woodland, California, who originally played in Survivor Borneo and later competed on Survivor All-Stars. Trailblazer Jenna's return to Survivor in the hands of the fans is the longest gap for any of the contestants playing in Survivor 50, with 22 years between seasons. Jenna made a big impression with Borneo with her strong will and perseverance, and viewers connected with her vulnerability. Memorably, she pushed hard to counter Survivor's First Alliance, which had been formed by members of the original Tagi tribe, also known as the Tagi 4. Jenna returned for Survivor All-Stars in 2004, bringing a strong game and notably advocating for any previous season winners to be voted out. And let's be real, this season, that strategy is probably going to be used this season, and rightfully so. I believe this season should not have brought back any winners. That's what I believe, but I digress. Though Jenna ultimately came in third, they spelled it wrong. That's funny. It was notable that she made it further than anyone else besides the dominant power couple of Rob and Amber. Now in season 50, can this OG show she's still got what it takes to go the distance? We'll see. Next is Joe Hunter, who is the second runner-up of Survivor 48 from West Sacramento, California. Joe, known as one of the physically strongest competitors of season 48, aligned with Eva early in the game. He stayed loyal to their alliance, and they eventually both made it to the Strong 5. Despite his beliefs about honor and integrity, Joe was able to keep the target off of his back for most of the season and avoided being eliminated. However, in the end, he was let down by his supposed ally Kyle, who ultimately stayed loyal to Camilla and worked with her to undermine Joe whenever possible. In the end, Joe couldn't convince the jury to make him sole survivor and was named second runner-up. In season 50, will Joe go from an emotional to a more stoic game, or will he stay true to his values? Next is Jonathan Young from Gulf Shores, Alabama, who played Survivor 42. Jeff Probst calls Jonathan one of the most physically intimidating challenge performers we've ever seen. In fact, one of his greatest accomplishments is breaking the Guinness World Record for the most pull-ups while holding 100 pounds on his back. Despite his physical advantages, Jonathan's Achilles heel was revealed in puzzle challenges on day 1 of season 42. Later in the season, his social game began to suffer as tensions formed with his allies. However, it was Jonathan's honesty and loyalty that gained him an ally in Mike Turner, whom he eventually lost to in the fire-making challenge, solidifying Jonathan's role as the last member of the jury. In Survivor 50, will he be able to redeem his reputation and uphold his legacy as a proud member of the Taku 4? Let's see. Next is Camilla Carthagesu, Foster City, California, and she got eliminated by fire elimination in Survivor 48. Alrighty then. In her introduction to season 48, Canadian software engineer. Really? Okay, I didn't know she was Canadian. Interesting. Canadian software engineer Camilla describes herself as intentionally annoying, but ultimately proved to be much more. In fact, Jeff Probst described her as an assassin. Camilla started in the Siva tribe and formed a secret alliance with Kyle, bonding over their shared Guyanese background. Together, they eventually moved to Vula, working in the shadows against their tribe mates. Her alliance with Kyle helped him to ultimately make it as sole survivor, while she ended the season in the final four, losing to Eva in the final immunity challenge of fire making. Now in season 50, will Camilla prove herself an unassuming but absolutely fierce competitor once again, or will her confidence from season 48 place her as a frontrunner from the start? Next is Kyle Frazier, the winner of Survivor 48 from Brooklyn, New York. Described by Jeff Probst as cunning, athletic, and charming, season 48 winner Kyle Frazier returns to the game along with Camilla, whose secret alliance with him came to define their season. Early in the game, Kyle made a strategic decision to hide that he was a lawyer from his Siva tribe mates, and instead told them that he was a teacher. Eventually, his athletic prowess brought him to the Strong Five, and he was able to use his bond with Camilla to take down Joe. Kyle used both his final immunity challenge win and people skills to get the jury's respect and favor to become the sole survivor of season 48. As Kyle returns to the game in season 50, will he and Camilla align again, or will he use his real-world skills and diplomacy to bond with a new castaway? Next is Mike White, who is the runner-up of Survivor David vs. Goliath from Santa Monica, California. And I hear he's famous too. Apparently he hosts a show called The White Lotus. I don't know much about this show, so about the show that Mike White hosts anyway. So yeah. Writer, director, and actor Mike White, best known for creating the multi-time Emmy Award-winning series The White Lotus, was a force in Survivor David vs. Goliath. Mike started as a Goliath and was able to form shifting alliances across the original tribe lines, including with Christian Hubicki. However, Mike quickly began to see him as a threat, and gradually took a more dominant role in the game to get his former ally out of the game. Ultimately forced to make fire at the Final Four, Mike succeeded in guaranteeing his spot in the Final Three by winning out before coming in second for the season at the final vote. Now, can the TV Titan prove himself as cunning as some of the series' most maniacal characters? Only one way to find out. Okay, let me check and see how the stream is doing so far. You still here? That's good. Oh, hang on a second. I've noticed that I'm running my stream a little delayed, but it's fine. Next is Aussie Lust. I believe that's what it's called. From Guanajuato, Mexico. Interesting. He's the runner-up of Survivor Cook Islands. He later competed in Survivor Micronesia, Survivor South Pacific, and Survivor Game Changers. All right. Aussie proved himself a physical force with some of the most impressive swimming and diving abilities ever seen by a player. He is among the small group who have been able to tie Colby Donaldson's record for 5 individual immunity wins in the post-merge, and he ultimately came in second for the season in a close vote, which he only lost by 1. Aussie proved himself as a cunning game player once again in Micronesia and in South Pacific. Aussie had early ups and downs with his Savai'i tribe mates, and at one point declared himself a quote-unquote free agent out of frustration, but eventually turned things around and earned a spot in the Final Four. Like Cirie, Aussie will also be returning to the game. Aussie also returns to the game for the 5th time with Survivor 50. His reputation as a threat precedes him, but he managed to go far more than once. So we'll see what happens. Next is Q Burdett from Germantown, Tennessee, who played in Survivor 46. Oh man, a lot of us love Q. Q is great. Q is one of the most entertaining players we've ever seen alongside Coach. Growing up as one of 17 children, oh yeah, that's right, damn, makes former SEC football player Q an absolute natural for the game of Survivor. Initially, he came across as a dependable ally who could keep the Yanu tribe united, but his puzzling game moves and power-hungry strategies defined Q's time on Survivor 46. Oh yeah, that was great. A season-defining move placed him in social exile, and his status as a public enemy was a distraction that helped achieve 3 blindsides, with each victim leaving with a hidden immunity idol. Q's bond with Maria was a red flag for the castaways, and ultimately he was blindsided at the final 6, also exiting with a hidden immunity idol. Now, will this confident one-letter castaway, whom Jeff calls one of the most eccentric and chaotic players the game has ever seen, cause even more mayhem in Survivor 50? Yes! We already saw it in the promo too. He's gonna cancel Christmas, doctor's appointment. I just wish, like one of the commentators on YouTube said, I really hope Q ends up canceling celebrities because, yeah, people were not happy about the celebrities being a part of the twist for Survivor 50. A lot of people, including myself, were upset because what's the point? Like, it doesn't feel like in the hands of the fans. You know what I mean? But yeah, hang on. I need to rub my eye real quick. All right, next up is Rick Devens, who played Survivor Edge of Extinction, and he got eliminated by fire elimination. And yeah, things started out well for Rick on season 38 when he formed an early bond with David Wright, but he was an early boot, voted out 4th. However, with the introduction of Edge of Extinction, he managed to endure his time on the edge and win the challenge that allowed one player to return to the game. Rick proved to be fast on his feet, continually thwarting attempts to be voted out, winning 4 immunity challenges, finding several hidden immunity idols, and making it to the final 4. Now, Survivor's favorite newscaster, Rick, brings his energetic and persistent gameplay to season 50. Next is Rizzo, who recently played on Survivor 49 and also got eliminated by fire elimination from Yonkers, New York. Nice. He may have been the youngest contestant on Survivor 49, but what Rizzo lacks in age, he makes up for in confidence and drive, introducing himself as the man, the myth, the legend, R-I-Z-G-O-D. He immediately made a strong first impression with Castaways. In episode 4, Rizzo found an immunity idol that made sure everyone knew, threatening to use it every week and even creating a fake one in order to keep it. He even lied to his tribe mates, telling them it expired at the final 6 instead of 5. Though his idol took him far, in the end, the gods were not on Rizzo's side during the final 4's fire-making challenge. Luckily for him, he doesn't have to wait long to get his chance at redemption. Season 50, get ready for the Riz God. Next is Savannah Louie, the winner of Survivor 49 from Atlanta, Georgia. Former television reporter Savannah, a self-described under-the-radar physical threat, proved herself quickly, winning crucial immunities and playing aggressively early on in season 49. I'm sorry, just needed to make sure the stream was still going. Her swift blindsides and sharp commentary made her a hot topic among Survivor fans, comparing her to the strategic and cunning Parvati Shallow, who I believe really won Survivor Australia versus the World, which is the Australian version of Survivor. So her swift blindsides and sharp commentary made her a hot topic among Survivor fans, comparing her to the strategic and cunning Parvati Shallow. Savannah sets herself among a group of elite women, making her only the 6th woman to ever win 4 individual immunity challenges in one season. Interesting. Now the lovable but no-nonsense Savannah is back for more. Will the sole survivor of season 49 make friends with her new castaways on in the hands of the fans? Can't wait to find out. Next is Stephanie LaGrossa Kendrick from Dunedin, Florida. She originally played on Survivor, what was the name? Survivor Palau. She was the runner-up of Survivor Guatemala, and she also played on Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. All right. It's difficult to think of a player who had more resilience than Stephanie. Her original tribe in Survivor Palau, Oolong, had an incredibly rough go of it, with the unfortunate distinction of becoming the first tribe to lose every single immunity challenge. Damn. Stephanie always fought as hard as she could, trying her best to rally, and ultimately was the last Oolong standing, but was later voted out by Koror. Brought back for Survivor Guatemala, Stephanie took a new, more deceptive and strategic approach in an attempt to get further. It paid off and she made it to the final 2. In Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, Stephanie was the second hero voted out. after some early clashes with trimates. Now it's anyone's guess how Stephanie chooses to approach things when she returns for Survivor 50. Next is Tiffany Irvin from Los Angeles, California, who played Survivor 46. Oh, she's the last one. Okay, nice. In her season 46 intro, bubbly and outgoing artist Tiffany confessed, "I don't like to lose." She survived the broken Yanu tribe and made it to the merge with a hidden immunity idol in tow. Her alliance with Q broke apart in the final 10 when he made his infamous move to betray her, but then told the tribe to vote him out when his strategy fell through. He blindsided Tiffany during the final 8, telling the other castaways about her idol while she felt secure to not use it. Her love-hate up-and-down relationship with Q defined her time on season 46. But when the two return with Survivor 50, will their reunion be sentimental or explosive? And yeah, that's it for the bios for the castaways. And with that being said, let's actually pull up the map of the Survivor 50 challenge. So let me. Okay, people can still hear me. Good. Yeah, I apologize that the website's pulling up a little slow. I don't know what I can do about that, but if you as you can all see here, when you zoom through the map, it shows. Yes, okay, I know about Kansas. Get out. As you all can see here, there's a date for like every single state, and yeah, if you want to, feel free to pause the video or pause the stream at any point so that you can get record of all the dates, or sign up. Or if you are watching this as of the day of this as of the time that this competition is currently being taken place, definitely sign up for it. Maybe you'll get a chance to win to be a part of the Survivor 50 reunion special. So, yep, these are the dates for each state on when they will be holding their competition. So, yep, there's that as well. And I actually need to pull up my Google Sheets real quick because I actually did yesterday. I actually ended up like copying all the states and all the dates. So, are we good? Hold on. I think we're good. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna be using another tab to open my Google Sheets because I am using a different account. So a different Google account anyways for my Google Sheets. Don't worry, I'm only using like one account. It's my main account. So I'm just gonna be using Google Sheets here. Come on. Oh wait, no. I am no. Oh wait, I forgot. I actually put a list of the dates on my main Google account. After all, I forgot. My bad. All right. So the first two states that are going to be opening up soon are going to be Florida and Oregon. And tomorrow, it's Kansas and Vermont are going to be open as well. So let me turn off my switch real quick. Which one's going first again? Okay, there's Florida. 4 hours and 44 minutes. 10, 11, 12. Okay, Florida's is going to be opening up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's going to be really exciting. And for Oregon, it's going to be 44. Oregon's is actually going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's going to be really interesting. So if you live in Florida or Oregon, this is your moment. Hold on. Is my stream still going good? Okay, my stream is still going good. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're still going good. Yeah. So with that being said, like I said before, Oregon and Florida are going to be later today. The clues will come out for these states, and yeah, tomorrow we're going to be going over this with you. I'll be going over them with you guys. But for right now, hold on. Let me see if I can. There is one other thing that I do need to go over. Based on what the rules have stated, you're only allowed to compete in your state, and you'll also be allowed to compete under the Basecamp digital entry. Everyone is allowed to do one digital entry and one statewide entry. So that's what Basecamp digital entry is, and I believe it's a trivia thing. I believe so. Oh, it actually starts out January 30th at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, I thought I was actually planning on doing this today, but as it turns out, it's gonna start at January 30th. So that's wait. So yeah, I can't start the challenge, but yeah, with that being said, hey, we got 3 people on. I do apologize, everyone, but yeah, like I said before, if you are new to the channel, hi, my name is James Nine Numbers, and I post a lot of random content. But yeah, I'm just going over what the challenge is about, and yeah, with that being said, the challenge hasn't really started yet. Like I said before, the first states that are going to be starting out is going to be Florida and Oregon, and yeah, and there is like a countdown for when each state is going to like open up their clues. So, like I said before, Florida is going to be around 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Around 2, Florida's is going to open at like 2 p.m. And I believe Oregon's is going to be like at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, just coming out here. And yeah, with that being said, everyone, I apologize that nothing else has come up today, but yeah. With that being said, I'll be honest with you. That's kind of it. I went over the instructions. I went over the castaways. We looked through the map, and like I said before, these are the dates for when each state's going to be releasing their clues to come out. And I'll be honest with you, there's really nothing else that I need to talk about. I'll be honest with you. I was really hoping that we were going to start this today, but yeah, like I said before, we wait a few hours for Florida and Oregon to come out because those states are going to be coming out first. Tomorrow, I forgot tomorrow. Kansas and Vermont are going to be out, and let me check and see what time Kansas and Vermont is going to be open for tomorrow. For Kansas, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Oh, for Kansas, it's going to be 11 a.m. tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for Kansas. And for Vermont, okay, Vermont is actually going to be 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm probably going to do a live stream tomorrow for those states as well until then. And with that being said, I can't really get started on it today. And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of hoping to get started on the virtual part of this scavenger hunt. And what I will probably be doing is one day I'm going to be doing these live streams for all of you, so that we can all work together and solve all this stuff. And yeah, with that being said, I really hope you all have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed this stream or enjoyed me going over through any of this, please hit the like button down below. And I'm glad somebody is commenting. Shout out to Mr. Sir Bounty Fighter. I really appreciate it. I will be doing these streams every single day in the mornings. And like I said before, once again, in a few hours, the clues for Florida and Oregon will be released. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning, just to see what's going on. And with that being said, that's it for now. I'll see you all later. Peace. Let me see if I can end the stream. All right. Stop the live stream.